An Ancestral Dilemma. This casserole dish has been in the family for the last 70 years, and no one wants it. My great-grandmother bought it for herself and gave it to my grandmother. My grandma didn't want it, but made plenty of casseroles in it. She was relieved the day she gave it to my mom, who graciously thanked her for it, having so little for her own kitchen. She needed that casserole dish. And somehow, it's ended up in my home where I have enough hand-me-downs. I thought I could just get rid of it. Isn't that what everyone else does? You slowly move what you don't like out of your home and then play forgetfulness when such and such is asked about. And it never is, because no one cares about the casserole dish. The ceramic casserole dish of a stained beige with a ribbing around the lip. The dish that has been dropped twice by me since owning it, and at least once in front of my mother when I was a child, where I never heard the end of it. You'd think it'd be chipped by now. It's not. Aside from the color, it looks exactly the way my great-grandmother bought it. I could just spit. And spit I have, spitting out what mostly comes out of that dish, as I can barely cook, and who knows if it's food safe or oven safe, and it's been hanging on for dear life as we know it. Who's to say that dish doesn't want retirement? Great-grandma doesn't cook anymore. Grandma only makes cold cuts and easy-to-assemble dishes. Mother took her place at the sink as prime washer and intends to keep it as it forces someone else to be the dryer. But the casserole dish, no one wants it. "If we keep it for 100 years, we can say it's lucky," said my grandmother. "You've kept me for 100 years," said my great-grandmother. "If you knew how it felt to wake up in the morning, you wouldn't call it lucky." Great-grandma hasn't been upstairs in a decade. I can't blame her. I can't envy her either. And if this casserole dish is the cause of longevity, give it to the scientists for all I care. Maybe resentment is the key to hanging on. But I say nothing. I stand by my mother and dry the dishes and change the towel when it hangs damp in my hands. "This would be faster with paper towels," said my grandmother, observing but not partaking. "Too expensive," said my mother. "And it kills trees," I let slip. My mother gave me a sharp look. Now I've done it. "I never killed any trees," boasted my great-grandmother. This goes into a rant, and as the dishes dwindle, it feels as if we've been here for hours about this generation, this political party, that house expense, that tax raise. Why does inflation inflate? Why can't everything just be done in the same way? Cleaning the casserole dish by this time is a relief. Until it isn't. "Don't drop it," my mother warned. "She dropped it?" asked my grandmother. "When did she drop it?" said my great-grandmother. Now I get to give my mother a look. It's blocked and rebuffed. I'll have to remember how to do it when I finally get to wash and someone else has to dry. But the thought of the change in lineup makes me drop the dish. Everyone reacts. My mother scolds me. My grandmother scolds my mother for scolding me and making me nervous enough to drop the dish. My great-grandmother scolds the floor and then she sighs, "I never liked that dish. I wish it would break." What? It's written plainly on everyone's faces, but especially mine. "You made us keep this dish for 70 years and you didn't like it?" my grandmother asked. "I hate that thing." "Well, so did I." And that's when they chorused, "It cooks unevenly." My mother was the only one to laugh as I picked it up. I saw her crow's feet and felt the start of mine as my cheeks pulled to my eyes. My great-grandmother and grandmother argued over the dish, but my mother and I washed and dried it. We ended up putting it back in my cupboard. It may not look pretty or cook evenly. It may be passed down from generation to generation, where each has mislike of it, but for 70 years it stayed with us. And maybe for 70 more, we'll keep a joke alive until the dish gets the last laugh by outliving us all. Or maybe we'll get lucky and lend it out only to never get it back. Women can dream.